Hello everybody, welcome back to Lightning Returns. So now that we've picked up in the previous episode the main quest for this area, we're going to start with some side quests. Now you see this boy here with question marks over his head. We want him to approach us because the little git is actually a thief and he kickstarts a quest. So now he's going to run away and we're going to approach him. We're going to have to wait until we can interact with him. There we go.
Give it back.
Huh? Give what back? What are you talking about, lady?
I can get rough, if that's how you want to play it.
Ugh. Do you always go around bullying kids? Go on, take your stupid stuff. I don't want it.
So now we get the 200 gil back. Now we haven't actually started the quest. That's because we've started this quest the unofficial way. To start it the official way, you have to speak to the guy we're going to go and speak to between the hours of 11 and 4, I think it is. 11 AM and 4 PM. So he might not actually be here yet either at this time. Which isn't really a problem, because we can just come back at the later point in time. Just let me clarify which hour we can in fact come back. Oh, it's 12 and 4 in fact, so yeah. We can't hand that in yet, but that's no problem. He will be here where we're hanging around now. We're going to head over now to the slaughterhouse, which is right over on the western side of town. And once again, we're only going to be picking up a quest. But it's quite a lengthy quest and one we need to have on us. I'm not too concerned about the time at the minute. We've got until 5 to do the side quests we are planning on doing. What I am going to do is fight these flans whenever we see them, because as I mentioned in the previous episode, we do need the items they drop, 34 of them to be precise. So the more we kill, the better. There's another 2 clear oozes to add to our collection. So make sure we're still going the right way. Always helps, doesn't it? Yeah, of course we are. Of course we are, don't get lost.
The Champion's Quarter, where blood flows and the crowd...
I don't want to miss this quest if we can help it, so I'm just going to see where we need to pick it up from. It's just down here.
Here, man and monster bet their lives to entertain the masses. A pit of violence.
What do you think you're playing at? Selling that poison? Make me stronger? It almost killed me.
I did warn you that the use of my concoctions is not without risk. In short, you were warned.
Not without risk? You're a crook and a charlatan, you hear me? Huh? I'm done with this place.
And lately, it's only been getting worse.
Okay, once we've had the cutscene, we can then speak to the person for the quest. Alchemist VIII.
Did you really sell poison to that man?
Of course not. It was a fortifying brew with centuries of alchemic theory behind it. I assure you it should be highly efficacious for most users. Sadly, it appeared to disagree with that gentleman's liver, or perhaps spleen.
You're an alchemist, right? Don't you people claim to be able to turn lead into gold or something? I don't think I buy it.
That is an unfortunate stereotype, all too common. Alchemists are natural philosophers dedicated to unlocking the mysteries of our physical and spiritual worlds. The search for ultimate truth is the core of our ancient art. The transmutation of base metals into gold, that is a mere byproduct of our inquiries.
Mysteries of the physical and spiritual worlds? The ultimate truth? Sounds ambitious.
It is. We perform experiments, observe phenomena, and analyze ancient records. Then we carefully record the results for future generations. It is painstaking work. Unfortunately, it is also capital-intensive. The experiments I perform are very expensive.
Right. That explains the snake oil racket you have going on here.
This location certainly has proven beneficial to my research. Bounty hunters congregate in the area, and as you no doubt know, theirs is a dangerous profession. They are desperate for anything that might give them an edge, and that includes untested potions.
Untested? Does that mean you're using those poor dupes as test subjects for your latest concoctions?
They all sign the waivers. Perhaps you'd care to join my project. Or you'd make a fine test subject. I have made a new secret potion that needs testing, but all of my regulars have refused to volunteer. You see, I've tried mixing 2 kinds of highly potent poisons. My theory is 2 wrongs will make a right, and the blend will have a beneficial effect. Oh dear, you are carrying a lot of things, aren't you? Maybe you should discard some of them.
Okay, so this quest is quite lengthy. What we need to do is sell a recovery item. I'm just going to throw a potion away for now. We do need that space for the quest item, unfortunately, which is a little bit annoying.
I'm confident that my new potion is mostly safe.
And now we can accept the quest, which, as I just said, is a lengthy quest. So that's why we want to get it now, sooner rather than
All right,
later.
I'm game. What do you expect it to do exactly?
It will lift your spirits, invigorate your soul, and protect you from hexes and ailments. If you are the kind of person who participates in slaughterhouse tournaments, then this potion will be perfect.
We do get the nectar. And
So
what...
I'm supposed to drink it during
I'll
a
just wait
battle.
till we finish this.
Yes, that would be the perfect time. And afterwards, don't forget to come back and tell me how wonderful it is. Please note that my potions are provided without warranty. Side effects may include dementia, gangrene, sudden death, and hair loss. Good luck.
Right, so basically what we need to do now is be afflicted with a status ailment in battle. And then we can use the nectar we've just collected in order to proceed with that quest. For the time being, we're just going to head up north, though, to start another quest. And actually, the quest we're going to start now, side quest, is one we should be able to finish also. But not until we've grabbed this treasure chest that's hiding out back here. Dispel level 2. I'm sure that could come in useful. It's a little bit of a wavy path this way, but it is the quickest way up north from here. I do so believe there's no chests on the way either. But a good opportunity to make use of the sprint command.
Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying a savior.
Right, now we're in the next area once again. We did start off here, if you remember.
Citizens are asked to report.
We're going to head just over here because this is where the quest is, I think. Ah, it's this person here.
Welcome.
The Seedy's owner.
Customer, this is so exciting. What can I get you?
Well, what do you serve?
Anything you want. How about the chef's special made from top quality recycled materials? Deep fried niblet hair bowls.
Are you sure that's actually edible?
Oh yes, it definitely won't kill you, I can guarantee it. And since you're my first customer in days, no charge.
So, yeah, we do want to take up his
Nothing
offer of
ventured.
eating the deep fried
That's the
hairball.
spirit. Take the plunge, I say. Well, does it make your taste buds sing? Are you transported to culinary heaven?
This is...
Too tart? Too much salt, perhaps? I can brush it off if you like.
No, it's actually really good.
God, that is a relief. I mean, of course it's good. I knew you'd love it. I've been working on the recipe for weeks. Unfortunately, it's not very nutritious. People are more health conscious these days, which is ironic considering the times.
Nutritious or not, you'd think that more people would come back for this.
I think it must be me. I just don't have a head for business. No matter how hard I work, I just can't seem to attract more customers. I've been living on the brink of financial ruin for years now. My son got sick of it, so he left.
You've got the chops to be a good cook, though. Why don't you try to find yourself a partner? You know, someone you trust who has a better head for business.
Now that you mention it, I hear there's a famous food expert here in Yusnan. Apparently he specializes in turning around lost causes like mine. I'll bet... No, I know he could help me, but how do I find him? All I know is his name.
And what is it?
Gordon Gourmet. Despite his fame, he's hard to track down. If you do happen to run into him, could you tell him about CDs?
Okay, so we will accept that quest. And we need to go and find Gordon Gourmet,
Gordon Gourmet.
fortunately
I'll
isn't
remember
too far away.
You are far too kind. Thank you so much. I hope you find him soon.
So he's actually in this same area. We are just going to have to head up a little bit
She has rose-colored hair.
out of the way. Can we jump over there? Yes, of course we can. No problems at all.
Description to the nearest.
Just let me try and get my bearings. He's over in that other section, so I think we just need to go around to get there. Yeah, it looks like it's up in the air a little bit. Up on the next level, perhaps. There's that treasure chest, which I do want to get, as I said. But we do need 6 CP for it, so we need to kill some enemies. Could this be the person we need?
Tell me, are you the famous food expert?
Possibly. I do boast a certain renown in culinary circles. It cannot be denied.
Security officer.
I see. CD's restaurant, you say? I do hate to see a good restaurant go undiscovered by the dining public.
So, will you help him out? I can take you right there.
Oh no. CD's restaurant? I'm afraid you will have to find someone else. I'm sorry.
I can't persuade you?
Impossible. This city is overflowing with restaurants crying out for the deft helping hand of Gordon Gourmet. I'm run ragged trying to keep up. And, well, you see... Right, my rule. I have an ironclad policy. I cannot help an establishment unless the owner approaches me directly.
You just made that up, didn't you? Alright, can you do this for me? Just give me some advice now and I'll pass it along to the owner. You don't have to come to the restaurant at all.
That sounds reasonable. I mean, I'd hate to see a restaurant serving fried niblet hairballs go under. Except, if I give advice, I need to make sure that it is communicated accurately, with total precision. And that means my messenger has to understand the instructions perfectly.
Well, I guess that rules me out. I don't know the first thing about fine dining.
Oh, you don't have to be a top chef, or even a garde-manger. All you need is a discerning palate. Practically anyone can acquire one with a little training.
I'm not sure what you mean by a discerning palate, but I don't think I have one.
Trust me when I say it can be found. In fact, a tour of the best establishments of the glutton's quarters should do.
Okay, so what we need to do, basically, is eat at all 6 of these restaurants around this quarter. Now, what that means is that we only need to purchase 1 meal at each. The cheapest option will do. Oh, got a battle here that I would like to do. And once we've eaten all 6, we can then head back to good old Gordon. I'm not going to edit these battles out because they're so quick anyway. A bit of fire and the job is
I
done.
saw this coming.
It's that afro with the chocobo chick, it just scares the enemies away.
Citizens are asked to report.
And you never know, you might end up actually getting your 6 EP back. Anything in here? Right, I just want to check because the first restaurant that we need shouldn't be too far away, to be honest. Well, they're all marked on the map. So that's not really a problem, is it? We'll go to the one down here first of all, the Terry's Cafe.
Welcome. We have a popular selection of sweets.
Calling herself the savior.
Again, just go for the cheapest option, that's all I'm going to do.
Our customers come here to put down their shopping bags and rest their weary feet. Our cakes and sweets are the perfect pick-me-up for just about everyone. We put a lot of love into our cakes, and that's what makes them so good. They're like treats for your palate and soul.
Right, 1 of 6 done.
That was useful information, but you still have more to learn. You should visit more restaurants in the Glutton's Quarter.
Yes, thank you, Hope, for sticking your nose in. I think we'd already mastered that.
Step right up. Get the best meat and kebabs in Houston.
Meat and kebabs, that sounds nice. Yes, we would like to. A Behe burger, go on then.
Our meat is shipped directly from the wildlands. We use only natural ingredients, none of that synthetic stuff. Grilling and roasting are the best. The key is knowing how to seal in the juices and flavors. And we do that better than anyone else.
Right, 2 out of 6 next.
I'm glad you're enjoying all the food.
Every one of our fish is fresh caught and delicious. We get our seafood fresh every morning. Comes straight out of the ocean. Tastes great raw or grilled. A chef is even more important when preparing uncooked dishes. The way you slice a tuna makes all the difference in the world.
Thank you very much. Okay, now we just want to head a little bit over to the west.
This is the Glutton's Quarter. A paradise for gourmets.
Yeah, apparently it's called the Gluttonous Quarter for a reason as well.
Welcome! How can I be of help?
A green cherry, please, if you'd be so
From
kind.
the elegant simplicity of straight spirits on the rocks to complex and fruity concoctions with little umbrellas, we serve all kinds of drinks. Cocktails can be served chilled or warm, shaken or stirred. Everyone has their own preferences. We encourage customers to consult with our staff to create the perfect cocktail to accompany their evening.
Okay, 4 out of 6.
2 more places, Light, and you'll have managed to sample all the popular restaurants of the Glutton's Quarter.
The next one is near where the quest started. So, I don't think the actual quest giver CD is part of the action here. But we'll talk to him anyway.
Even kids who hate greens love my veggie dishes. Vitamins in vegetables are determined by their color. You want a wide variety for a well-balanced diet.
Maybe if you take the pumpkin off your head, I could understand what you're saying. I'm not going to speak to CD because, well, we don't need to. Quite frankly. To get to the point, what I am going to very briefly do is take a very quick detour because I think there's a couple of chests around here which we would like to get. Oh, this. Oh, we can't get that one. It's a musical chest. There might be one just around here, though, which we can get. Come on, Lightning, do something. Thank you. A promised necklace. Very nice. Right, so we're going to head back over to Gordon. Because the final restaurant that we need to eat at is, in fact, the one he is eating at. Which I guess kind of makes sense.
Hello, welcome.
Business is good.
It is, thank you. Word of our shop's special flavor has quickly spread through word of mouth. This city is known for its gourmet restaurants, but none can hold a candle to the chefs we have assembled in our kitchens.
The best chefs in the city, huh? Lackley mentioned his missing fiancé was a great cook. I wonder.
Ma'am, is there something I can help you with?
I hope so. I'm looking for someone by the name of Filiana. According to her fiancé, she was a fantastic cook. Does this ring look familiar to you at all?
Oh, yes, of course. I recognize that. The woman was a wonderful cook indeed. Though the strange thing is, I never knew her by the name of Filiana.
She may have assumed another name. Was the woman you knew beautiful enough to turn the head of every man in the room?
Now, this is taking quite an odd turn. She was no doubt a very handsome woman, but very advanced in age. I suppose she must have been beautiful enough to turn heads once, but she was undeniably an old woman. Of course, we are all old now, that we don't age, but she must have been quite elderly already when time stopped for all of us.
An old woman? I suppose that can't be Lackley's lost fiancé, but where is she now?
I'm afraid I don't know. The lady in question fell ill and left our restaurant. I believe she moved to Luxarian to live with the support of an old friend there.
Do you know how to reach her? Or that friend of hers?
Unfortunately, I don't know that woman's name or anything else about her. I saw her only once. She was a young woman, and if I recall correctly, wearing a rather unusual hat. Perhaps she was her daughter.
I see. Thanks for your time. You've been a great help. Lackley's ring ended up on the finger of a beautiful but old woman somehow. It's possible Filiana sold the ring. I'm not looking forward to telling Lackley about it, but he deserves the truth. He needs to know.
Okay, I just want to check what quest that was actually, because I don't remember it off the top of my head. I'm guessing it was a side quest. No, it wasn't that one. Certainly wasn't that one. How weird. Okay, well, whatever it is, we progressed it.
Welcome.
We do want to purchase the Snow Special as part of the side quest we're currently working on.
Experience to discerning patrons, superb food and excellent drinks are not enough. One must always anticipate the needs of your patrons. I am constantly assessing the dining space from the viewpoint of my customers, the comfort, the decor. Our customers want more than just a meal. They come for the memories they can savor for years to come.
And we've finished all 6 restaurants, so we can head back to Gorman Gourmet now.
Well, how goes the culinary tour?
I did what you suggested. I visited the top restaurants in the neighborhood.
That is excellent news. So now let me give you the advice I promised. If CD's restaurant wants to turn its business around... wait, let me ask you something first. You've eaten at CD's and at the best establishments in Yusnon. Why don't you tell me what you think is the main difference between the two? I'd be interested to hear your opinion. In your own words, of course.
Why? Is this some kind of test?
Yes, exactly. Now tell me, what did all the successful restaurants have in common that poor old CD's lacks?
Let me see. Everyone I spoke to was helpful. They seemed honest and open. I don't think they were lying to me, but something seemed off.
Oh, would you care to elaborate?
Well, it almost felt like they were hiding something from the customers. But it wasn't as if they were deliberately lying or trying to deceive anyone. In fact, I don't think they realized it themselves. They thought they were telling me everything they knew. Yes, that's it. It was unconscious, like an instinct. They were hiding something, but they weren't doing it deliberately at all. I'd say the very best chefs, restaurant managers, and bartenders all share some kind of secret. It's like a special ingredient that makes their food stand out from the others.
What a wonderful deduction. You have hit the nail on the head. To think you discovered this answer only after visiting a few establishments. It is as you say, the best, most successful restaurants have a certain je ne sais quoi, a secret something that makes their offerings unique. And finding that something, that is what I do best. In other words, if the restaurant does not already have a special something, then I simply cannot help it.
Then what about CD's? Do you think you can help him?
I can tell you this, the chef there already knows his secret. The talent is there to make that restaurant a success. Unfortunately for him, the secret spice that gives his dishes flair is extremely rare. He cannot secure supplies, and that is why he struggles. Let me be specific. Once upon a time, CD's recipes all featured the spice commonly known as civet musk. But then supplies dried up and the restaurant fell into a long decline.
You seem to know a lot about CD's.
Well, a long time ago, let's just say we have a close history and leave it at that.
Fine by me. All I need to know is that if I can find this spice, the restaurant should start bringing in customers.
Yes, exactly. The problem is the spice is not easy to find. In fact, the only way to acquire it would be to defeat certain monsters. Such a shame. All for want of a single spice, his restaurant is failing. He has the recipe for success, he just needs the final ingredient.
Okay, so we need to go and fight an enemy now. It's not too far away, fortunately. So we're going to head back out of this area. This quest is mainly running around, if you haven't noticed already. Just need to check on my map exactly where it is we're going. We're going down to the southeast of the area we are in. Can we not get out of here? I thought we could. Yeah, of course we can. Ah, there we go. I knew it was around here. The Schrodinger. Just what we needed. I wonder what they're weak to. I guess Lubra's not going to tell us just yet, is it? Well, not that it really matters, but looks like we are going to finish this thing off anyway. There we go. That was nice and easy. Not exactly a boss encounter, I would say. And we get the civet musk, which is the very item that Gordon was after, so we're going to go and return that to him now.
You should head back to Gordon Gourmet and see
Which
what
once
you
again
find.
means we're going to have to take the trek back to him.
Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the
But we are nearly done with this quest now. Basically, we've got to speak to Gordon now. Then we've got to go and speak to CD. And then we're going to speak to Gordon again, and the quest will be done. Unless I've missed something, that's the way it's going to be.
This is the famous banquet room. When using civet musk in a dish, a little bit goes a long way. Ha! I'd recognize that fragrance anywhere. You found civet musk. Thank you indeed. It's very kind what you're doing. CD's is lucky to have you on its side.
Why are you thanking me? If anyone should be grateful, it's me, and the owner of CD's for all of your helpful advice.
Oh, quite so. When you put it that way, of course you're right. I just get caught up in a project and start thinking it's my own restaurant I'm saving. But back to business. Here, I developed this new and original recipe. I want you to take it back to CD's together with the civet musk you acquired. The owner will be waiting anxiously for you.
So, you still don't want to meet him yourself?
I'm afraid that won't happen. Not ever again. However, that doesn't stop me from wishing him and CD's the very best. Please tell him that whatever happens, I'll be praying for his success.
Right.
Lighning, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Do you remember what the owner of CD's told us when we met?
You mean the story about his son that
Come
ran
on,
away from
let's
home
jump
when the
down.
restaurant started
Yeah, I'd like to
failing?
take the shortcut. At least that's a theory. Right, we're heading the wrong way.
Great minds hope. We've
So I guess
both
it wasn't
been
quite the
thinking that
shortcut.
Maybe this son of his went on to become a famous
But I didn't say I did take it, as I'd like to take it.
And that's why Gordon won't meet CD's owner. But he still clearly wants to help out. Let's take the civet musk and recipe to CD's.
Right, so we'll speak to CD's owner here. Hand over Gordon's gourmet recipe,
Gordon
yes
Gourmet
please.
created a new recipe for you. You should make it with this civet musk. Do that and you'll be able to save your restaurant. At least, that's what he said.
Why, thank you! This is wonderful! How can I ever repay you? This is incredible! Everything is here in black and white! A groundbreaking dish! I'd never have thought to do half the things in this recipe. The genius of Gordon Gourmet oozes from every word.
Notice anything else?
About the recipe? No, not particularly. It's well organized, written in a clear hand. Wait. This handwriting, it looks strangely familiar. Yes, I've seen it before. These swirls, these bold loops. Could it be?
I think so. It turns out Gordon Gourmet has a secret identity. He's your long-lost son.
He is? And you're sure it was him who created this wonderful recipe? But more importantly, he's in this town. Is he happy?
You have nothing to worry about. He's doing great. Except, I'm really sorry, but I don't think he wants to see you again. I can't tell you where he is.
But why? Yes, we quarreled when he left, but that was a long time ago. Is he still angry at me?
Do you have a message for him? I can make sure he gets it.
Well, how about this? I'm gonna make his dish just like the recipe lays out. Would you be so good as to deliver it to him? At the very least, I want him to try it. Truth be told, what I really want to tell him is to come back to CD's and work with me. Perhaps if he knew that I still haven't lost my touch. Would that be enough to entice him back? I don't know.
I don't think words alone will do it, but if he tries your dish and likes it, that might be enough for him.
And there it is, finished at last. Here, please, I want you to be the first to taste it.
All right. I'm feeling hungry anyway.
Okay. Not that we needed to have our hit points
This might
restored
be the
after that
most
easy
delicious
fight.
thing I've ever had in my entire life. Really, it's incredible.
Why, thank you. Although all the credit must go to my son, it was his doing. Here, I've made enough for one more. I've asked you for many favors, but would you do this last thing for me?
Sure. I'll take it to Gordon Gourmet.
So we get the steak à la civet. And once we've done this part of the quest, we are all done. At last. Will it be a happy ending? Who knows? To be honest, I'll just be glad to have the quest done. These steps look quite knackering, to be honest with you. Right, Gordon, got something for you.
Oh, do I smell what I think I smell? I do, don't I? That must be my recipe.
Yes, the owner at Seedy's insisted that I bring you a portion so you could taste it for yourself.
I see. Well, then... Oh, yes. A perfect balance of fuzzy mutton and civet musk. The palate sings. It's a microcosm of culinary delight. A theme park of olfactory and gustatory attractions. And if you think that's hyperbole, I've only just begun. This is even better than I imagined. I always knew he was a skilled chef, but this...
So, why don't you go back there and help him out again in the kitchen?
Go back? What do you mean? I've never... Oh, all right. The cat's out of the bag. You've somehow figured it out. What my true identity is. Yes, I admit it. I am indeed the son of the owner of Seedy's restaurant. It was a long time ago, but one day we quarreled, and I left the shop vowing never to return. We fought over cooking, you see. But even after I left, I vowed that one day I would rebuild the restaurant. That's what started me on my journey to becoming Gordon Gourmet. Since then, I devoted every waking hour to learning about the culinary arts. After many years of study, I finally had an epiphany. I realized what Seedy's restaurant needed to regain its former glory.
You had a falling out because of the menu? But when your father saw your recipe, he was thrilled. All he could talk about was how he dreamed of you coming back. So the two of you could run the restaurant together, just like old times.
So he recognizes my ability. Oh, but it's too late. I can't go back now. The fact is, I abandoned him in the restaurant when times were tough. I'm ashamed of what I did. I can't face him again.
You mustn't feel that way, my son.
Father, how did you find me?
My apologies to the young lady, but I wanted to see you. I followed her after she left the shop. What do you say? Let's start over. You set out on your own, did things your own way, stayed true to yourself, working hard to achieve your dreams. And now look what you can do. The recipe that you created was amazing. I've never seen the likes of it before. What can I say except that I am proud of you?
But Father, I left you.
Not in my wildest dreams could I have conceived of such a dish. Indeed, if you had given it to me back then, I doubt I would have recognized its greatness. But worse, I wouldn't have believed you could be capable of such a thing. I always underestimated you, my son. For that, you have my sincere apologies.
It's all right. And for what it's worth, I'm sorry for abandoning you and the restaurant when you were struggling to keep it going.
Looks like you two have made up.
Yes.
Now let's get to it, shall we? Together. We'll make Seedy's a success again!
And at last, we've completed that quest. Gotta be honest, it wasn't the most exciting quest I've ever done in Final Fantasy, but at least it got us some more rewards, including stat boosts, and a couple more souls saved.
That went well. A microcosm of culinary delight, did he say?
Right, so basically then folks, I think we're going to finish the episode here because that did go on for quite a bit. So please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and rate the video up if you enjoyed it. I hope it has been helpful to you. I've been your host Fuzzfinger, and I'll see you next time for more Lightning Returns. Bye everyone, take care.